It says that the Obamacare debacle marks the, quote, end of Obama's presidency and the beginning of his lame duck years in the White House. And that man joins me now. Joe Concha is a columnist at Mediaite. Joe, good morning. Good to have you here. Obviously, it's a very strong statement. We all looked at the president last night as he said, you know, I'm sorry if people got pushed off of their policy. That wasn't my intention. I wanted them to have something good to go to, and things aren't lining up correctly. Why the end of the presidency, do you think?
Well, it's not going to end tomorrow. We're talking about this is a lame duck status that we're officially in now. And the logic is really because he needs to control Congress. The Democrats do in 2014. What did we hear at the end of the shutdown? Oh, my God, this could be a wave election for the Democrats. They're going to get back all three chambers. Now, the Republicans have the momentum. Nate Silver, who doesn't get these things wrong, says there's almost no chance Democrats get back the House. And Obamacare, unlike the other scandals, will live on a week, a month, a year from now, where it's going to be an issue in 2014 and 2016. So if the president wants to do his big-ticket agenda items that he had planned if he controlled Congress, he can't do that now. So where are we? We're a rudderless ship with no port.
Yeah, I mean, politically, you can feel sort of the Democrats kind of pulling away from the president, protecting themselves, protecting their own political landscape. Concerned that Obamacare might not necessarily be something that they want to be associated with, and it has his name, you know, right in it. As Charles Krauthammer pointed out last night. Let's listen to Charles Krauthammer on this real quick.
The president now is toxic. The thing is called Obamacare. There's no running away from it. It's got his name on it. You see the president, you think about the policy, and you know it's a disaster. And the problem for the Democrats is they are hostage to a bunch of geeks working right now late into the night trying to fix a system which is not just the glitches it talked about. The architecture, the underlying structure of it is wrong.
You know, it's so interesting. I think back to the beginning of the Obama presidency because you used the phrase the end of the presidency, and I thought, what about the beginning of it? You know, what did the president say that's captured the imagination of so many people? And, you know, this quote popped right out at me. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek, he said. And now you look at how that change is actually playing out, and it's got to be troubling to this president.
Oh, absolutely, because this is his signature achievement. This is his legacy on the line. You could say, well, he killed bin Laden, and that was an operation that started under Bush. People give more credit to the Navy SEAL Team 6 than anything else there. So what else is left? Obamacare, or maybe damaging the Republican brand. So amongst Democrats, he may be seen as sort of a hero, but as far as policy, what did you get done during 8 years in office? You can't really look at anything and say, ah, that's good. And the only thing we're going to see, as Charles pointed out, is Obamacare.
So what he's got left really on the Obamacare front is to sort of hang in there, to say when this rolls out, people will start to feel it, they will like it better. And my sense is that he's still in that mode, that he wants to see it play out, and he does believe in his heart of hearts that in the end it'll be okay.
Sure, and the apology last night, that's all well and good.
Yeah.
But you have to back that up with action. Okay, Mr. President, you're sorry that I may be losing my plan. Can I keep that plan? The Republicans have a bill out that says maybe you can. But he's saying, no, we're not going to do that. Or maybe delay things for a while, get the website right, redo it all over again, which some people are saying, oh, no, I'm not going to do that either. So it's an apology without action, and I think that's where people take issue with it, Martha.
So when you take a look at the end of one presidency, there's the beginning of another presidency, because we have a very orderly transition of power in this country, and there's one man out there who appears to have his eye on that prize, and he's on the cover of Time magazine. He had a very big week. Chris Christie won by 60% in New Jersey. It was a resounding victory. He won with women, he won with Hispanics, and there he is on the cover in profile on Time magazine, and the title is The Elephant in the Room. A lot of controversy about this. What do you think?
And there should be, because this is fat-shaming, Martha. This is gutter journalism, and not just from The Onion. This is from Time magazine, a respected magazine. And here they are putting out this Mean Girls burn book kind of stuff where you're saying, hey, you know what, this guy's fat, haha, elephant in the room. Here's where I take issue. However, nowhere in the article do they bring up Christie's weight. And you say, well, okay, that's a good thing. Actually, no, it's not. He has lost a reported 70 pounds since getting lap band surgery. This guy's like the next Al Roker who lost over 100 pounds, or Rex Ryan, whoever you want to, name in this situation. So instead of saying, hey, this is a positive, this guy's doing the right thing, he's going in the right direction in terms of his weight. His goal is to lose about 150, and he appears to be going in that direction. No, we're going to take a cheap shot and run on the elephant in the room.
don't know, though. I mean, Time Magazine, gets thinner and thinner every time you get it, right?
True,
so they need to get attention. I think this was an attention-getting move for them.
Great point.
And I think that the article is perhaps more about the fact that, when do you use the expression the elephant in the room? When it's something that can't be ignored.
Or no one's
right?
talking about.
You can't, yes, it's right there in front of you.
I think we've been talking about it
and you can't get around it. But I think that, they're raising the point that both sides of the GOP are going to have to sort of find their peace with Chris Christie because he's not going away. What do you think about that theory?
The whole thing about the Tea Party and no conservatives really embracing Chris Christie, Mark Levin, Sean Hannity, I don't quite understand that, because when I see a guy who cuts taxes, when I see a guy who takes on unions, who balances budgets, that sounds like a Tea Party guy to me. But because socially they don't agree with him, because he's more liberal, right, on gay marriage or amnesty for immigration or anything else like that, I guess that's where they take issue. But back to your point, you make a great point, by the way. Remember that Rolling Stone cover over the summer, and they put one of the Boston Bombers on?
Yep.
Yeah, and Rolling Stone gets killed for it, and I'm going on cable news saying that's horrible. And then 4 days later, the most predictable report you'll ever hear, Rolling Stone sold more editions of this than they ever have in 5 years. So is this calculated to get attention? Because Time's not apologizing for it. Maybe, as you said, they're getting thinner, so are profits. Maybe it's time to shake things up. So let's take a cheap shot at the fat guy who's getting thinner.
He is getting thinner. Good for him. Joe, thank you. Great having you here.
Thank
Hope
you.
you'll come back and see us soon.
Absolutely.
Joe Concha from Mediaite.